Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel, back in my happy spot, Cali. And I did miss last Sunday's sermon, so I wanted to chat about something that's been on my mind a lot. I see a lot of people try to build success in crypto, DeFi. I don't care what it is, business. I don't care what you're going after. And they keep missing it. Two things come up. Tony Robbins said it. We overestimate what we can do in, a month or a year, and we underestimate what we can do in a couple months or a couple decades. I see a lot of people setting really short-term goals. I want to make 10K a month in DeFi tomorrow. I want to have $1 million portfolio tomorrow. I want to have all this stuff and I want it by the end of the month. What if you gave yourself a year? Setting such aggressive timelines, what that does is you go for something, you don't get it in a month, then you quit. And the pattern repeats itself across every opportunity. Now there's something even beyond that. And I was talking with someone, a client, like maybe 2 days ago on this. The mechanics, like the actual tactics of crypto, DeFi, or anything, the actual mechanics of it. Oh, you click here, do this, move that, enter this. Fundamentally, it's simple. What's not is the fact that humans are complicated. We have our past, we have our stories, all the things that happened to us, all the beliefs that we've installed from childhood, all the traumas that we faced, all the failures that are just stored in our bodies and our subconscious. And then we go and try something, whether that's a business or a DeFi business or relationships. And we wonder why we sabotage ourselves. We wonder why it's working for someone else, but it's not working for me. They're getting results, I'm not. This must not work. And I'm like, logically, that doesn't make sense. If you actually break that down. Because if someone else is doing it, it means it works. But we've all had a past, we've all had stories, and those stories, they do affect our decision-making, our actions, our behaviors. And I always say, and people hate hearing this, and it's why we're so big on this in the UIG, it's why we have our mindset calls, it's why we have a whole mindset group, it's why I spend hours on this every single day on me, is I want to work on the internal. I just came back from a 2-day mastermind. I have another 3-day mastermind next month. It's not business related. It's not crypto DeFi related. It's me related. I paid $40K for that. On average, I'll spend 40, 60, 70K a year so I can get support working on me. And I know without a doubt that that's why I've seen so much momentum and everything I try works. I'm not being arrogant there. But it's an inside-out job. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not some guru here. I'm not trying to make it sound like that. I got a lot of work to do. That's why I pay money, because I know I'm flawed. I know I got things to work on. And what happens is we work on the internal, and the external results start manifesting. They start showing. It's why I love fitness, because you can't hide that. You're either in shape or you're not, and you can't hide it. I know they make little devices these days. Let me put my coffee down. They make devices these days that make you look slimmer, or Instagram filters or whatever, and I think that's such bullshit. But that's what humans do. But if I'm in a room and I'm just like, hey, who here works out? They don't have to raise their hand. We can just look at the audience and be like, oh yeah, he works out, she works out, he works out. Yeah, they probably work out. We can just see it. It's an external representation of the work, and there's a lot of internal work that happens with that. They say no to the things that a lot of people say yes to, and they say yes to the things a lot of people say no to. That's why I'm so big on fitness. Not six-pack abs, just being healthy, because that's a representation of a lot of other areas in our life. But if we're messy in one area, we're probably messy in others. And if we take that into crypto, DeFi, investing, business, finance, I don't care what it is, your bank account, the results you're yielding are going to be an external representation of the internal work you've done. The stuff that no one sees, not the motivational quote we post on Instagram, or not the whatever we retweet. It's what you've been doing consistently. And I don't know why people miss that, or they don't want to admit that. I'm walking on this beach in Cali. This is like my happy spot. I just finished a mastermind in Austin, and I decided to fly down here for a few days. Then I gotta go home, and then I'm out to Nashville. And I'm walking this beach, and I'm trying to hold back tears, although admittedly, I will have a tear come out here and there, of just gratitude. What people don't see, you'll see this video or you'll see my DeFi portfolio. I woke up at 4:30 this morning, and for 2 hours, I worked on me. It was journals, it was some audiobooks, it was an exercise that I got from the mastermind on more decision making, because I want to increase my level and speed of decision making so I can make decisions quicker, because I know that'll take me to the next level. No one sees that. They see this, or they see the Lambo, or they see the $700 a day in the DeFi portfolio, or they see the UIG or the team, and they're like, oh man, that must be nice. It's like, there's hours spent. Thousands of dollars every month spent on working on me. Hours spent reading. I don't just read books, I study them, I take notes, I got binders full. Let's not make this about me, but I just want to let you know that there's so much that happens behind the scenes. You get your world right, you get yourself right. This is some stoic quote, I forget who said it, but like, when you're right, the world is right. When you work on you, your external world will bend around who you are. It's why I always say it's not what, it's not how, it's who. Who are you? How do you show up consistently every single day? And you do that for a period of time, and your external results will follow. It's inevitable, it's a law. I want you to win. I'm walking on this beach and I'm just like, it's so worth it. Doing that work, it's so worth it. It's not easy. Maybe 1 in 100 does that kind of work on themselves. But it's also why there's a 1% club. It's not some secret club. Yeah, some are trust fund babies, but most aren't. Everyone I meet at that level is self-made. And they do this work. They pay the 40, 50K to be in those rooms. You don't have to pay that. That's not what I'm getting at. But that's just a representation of the commitment to self-mastery. And as your income rises, so will your level of investment. And if you're just starting, I used to just buy books, join communities. That's why we built what we built. Just get exposure to it. And as you keep leveling up, you can also level up your level of investment. I want people to feel this. Like this. I want people to feel it. You know, this was such an impossible idea I had at one point. I didn't really travel when I was younger. And one of the first places that I came to, I was probably, 17, 18. I had a driver's license, so it must have been 18, maybe even 19, was here. And I saw a palm tree, like you kind of see those palm trees, and I was in awe. I was like, what? And I was like, that must be so nice. And now I just come here as often as I want. We've actually been thinking about maybe even moving here. And you reflect on the journey and the work you've done and the person you've become. And that's the greatest gift. It's not the supercar, it's not the beaches, it's not the travel, it's not the whatever, it's not the rooms you get into, but I have these moments where I sit there around a room of high performers. Some making millions of dollars per month. And I take a moment and I get shivers and goosebumps of like, it's so worth the work that you do on yourself. And I want that for you. I can't force you, I can't do it for you. But if you committed to it, I think in a few years, you'd look around and be like, holy shit, is this my life? All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you. I hope this helped in some way. If it did, leave it in the comments below what landed. And what I will do, since we're a little crypto DeFi financially focused here, is I'll leave some videos here and here and here and here for your viewing pleasures. Do check them out. Study this stuff. To me, this is the greatest opportunity that exists and will exist probably for the next decade. So master it now. Check out the videos. With that said, much love, and I'll see you soon. Peace.